Hello, BookTube. I'm Peg, the Book Prize addict. I'm here today to talk about the biggest mystery prize of the year, which I love, and it's all English stuff, called the Dagger Awards for Crime. And it's sponsored by the Mystery Writers Association of the UK, and has some great ones. It's been going on since 1950 when they established it, so it's got a lot of winners, and it's arguably the most literate of the group. That's what it says on their website, and it's judged by industry professionals and has all kinds of different crime. I don't even want to say novels because they have nonfiction, true crime type things. But the ones I like best, I'm going to do a three-part series on. I don't want to do them all at once. The ones I like best, I'm going to start today with the Golden Dagger, which is really the main prize for the best crime novel published in English by anybody in last year. So I'm going to start out by showing you the second book by the winner of last year's book, M.W. Craven. And he won last year, which was just announced in April, I think. And it says right on it, winner of the 2019 Gold Dagger Award. Now, unfortunately, I didn't ever get a hold of it, a copy of it to read, because it's not really available in the U.S. yet. I kept thinking I'd get it. I guess I could order it from Book Depository, but he won the whole thing, or the best in this category, which is the best category, last year for his book called The Puppet Show. And it's just not available here. I'd love to know if anybody has read it and liked it. But it's pretty, you might say this is, I'm not sure if it's the sequel or not, but it has Washington Poe, the sergeant, the same one that was in the first one. And I'm going to go ahead and read it. As Steve Donahue says, when people write sequels, they should make it so you could read them alone and not have to have read the other. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to get started on this one. It's been compared, actually, the Black Summer's the name of this, and it's been compared to kind of an Agatha Christie feeling. It takes place on an island. No, it doesn't. That's not it. I got the wrong one. Okay, this one takes place in a small police station in a small town where there's I guess it may have happened in the last book, but anyway, I'm sure it'll let me know. There's a famous chef that supposedly was convicted of killing his daughter, and he's in life prison for it. Now, maybe that happened several years ago, and the same Washington Poe is in charge of getting him indicted. So I'm sure there's big embarrassment because the so-called daughter that they obviously never had the body from appears in the police station one day. So obviously he didn't kill her, and it goes on from there. So it should be quite interesting, and I'm looking forward to reading that. I'm going to go ahead and read it even though I haven't read the first one yet. So, okay, the next one is the one that's compared to an Agatha Christie. It's called The Guest List by Lucy Foley. And there's another book by her called The Hunting Party that I've seen a lot about here on BookTube, so let me know if you've read that and liked it. I don't think this is necessarily a sequential to it, though. Anyway, so this one takes place on an island off the coast of Ireland in a sort of castle, I guess. You can see the picture of it there. And it takes place, it's a society wedding with special guests all invited. I guess you had to be on the guest list to get there. And evidently murder takes place, and that does sound like something out of Agatha Christie, where you've got a select group of people that somebody there did it, and you spend the time figuring out who did it. So this one looks kind of really good to read. Anyway, okay, the next one I wanted to talk about, I don't have, but I have the prequel to it. And it's by Chris Hammer. Now the new one is called Silver, but it's not published here yet again, but I will get all these. I have plenty of time because the winter isn't going to be till next April, and the short list I think comes in October. Now there's 16 on the long list, so hopefully I can get them all little by little done by the time the short list comes out. Okay, this one, Scrublands, is the first one, and I'm just reading it now, and it is great. It takes place in Australia. There's a lot of good mysteries that take place in Australia lately. And small town again, and it's suffering from the drought. I always like the pictures they have. You see the earth cracking and everything. And it opens, I've started reading it with in the small town, a young priest comes out on the church steps on Sunday morning with a rifle or shotgun and shoots 5 people. And it goes from there. I'm sure we'll find out the reason he's actually killed, so we can't ask him why, but I'm sure there'll be much story behind it about the reason, etc. So let me know again if you've read this. It looks good so far. Now, as I said, I really am enjoying Australian mysteries lately. They seem to have so much atmosphere. And I think I have here, yeah, I just finished one that's on another prize list called The Lost Man by Jane Harper. And she also wrote 2 before that. One was called The Dry, but I just love it because in all of them, it is dry. I wonder if all of Australia is dry and hot. But this was a great one, and I like it when they show the kind of the countryside scene on the cover, because it's amazing how they can make such a complex mystery story, and there's not going to be a whole bunch of people in it because it's out in the country somewhere. But this one was really good, and it's on the short list now for the Theakston Old Peculiar Prize, which I've talked about before, but I'll be doing more on the short list for that. So anyway, that's all I'm going to show you today. As I said, my other favorites will be coming up. They are the best translation mystery, which are really different because other countries, other languages handle mysteries different. And the historical mystery also I'll be doing those. But I just wanted to get that in today. Let me know if anybody's up to reading any of these with me. Take a look at the whole list and the 16 on the Golden Dagger list, which I at least hope to do all those. So anyway, I'm going to just sit here in my sunroom and read mysteries all day. Have a good one yourself. Bye.